Hi everyone, Eagle3 here with another quick and dirty tutorial for the DCS A-18 Hornet. This is a twofer. We'll go over cluster bombs as well as auto or CCRP delivery. CCRP stands for Continuously Computed Release Point. It's when the ballistics computer, using sensor input throughout the aircraft, calculates the precise time to release your weapons. It's dependent on your speed, angle of attack, altitude, attitude, air temperature, wind speed, ballistics profile of the weapon. All of these are used to hit a spot that you have designated as a target. This can be a waypoint, latitude, longitude coordinates, map grid coordinates, or you can use the lightning pod or even the HUD to designate the target point. One chief advantage of auto mode is being able to perform a level attack run, which is especially helpful in low altitude attacks where the target may be obscured by the nose of your aircraft. It is also useful when the target area is obscured by smoke or clouds. With auto mode, you need not have your eyes on the actual target at the point of weapons release. For this example, we have a cow patty out in the middle of the Persian Gulf. Seriously, this island looks like a cow pie. Anyways, at the south end of town is a FARP on a road junction that is occupied by some bad guys. And when you have 6 acres of real estate that absolutely, positively needs to be beaten down to bare earth, I'd personally use FAY or fuel air explosive cluster bombs. Well, we don't have those in DCS, at least not yet. That's a hint to the devs. But we do have Rockeyes, and they work nearly as well, if not as flamboyant. See what I did there? I crack myself up sometimes, but yeah, it's probably just me. Speaking of temperatures, it's a balmy 68 degrees Fahrenheit at the FARP. Downtown's much hotter. Downtown's on fire. Mark 20s break open at a designated altitude, distributing 247 free-fall, armor-piercing bomblets. Each of these bomblets weigh less than 1.5 pounds, but can penetrate up to 7.5 inches of armor. All of our targets at the FARP are considered soft targets, so 10 Rockeyes should be overkill. In this test mission, I've set waypoint 2 in the middle of the road checkpoint in FARP. Again, you can use your HUD or lightning pod for targets of opportunity if you don't have a waypoint set. With that said, let's get started and put some warheads on foreheads. Alright, we're in the office now, so let's go autopilot, barometric altitude hold, turn our auto throttle on. Alright, let's look over here on the left. Select air to ground mode. On the left DDI, select RE for Rockeyes. Mode, auto for CCRP delivery. Mechanical fuse, VT. Then you see the HT or height button. This is the height above the ground that the bomb canisters break open and release 247 bomblets. So for this, we're going to use 1200. The range is 300 to 3000 feet. And you want to make sure at least your altitude that you're flying is above the height that you've set here. Alright, let's go to UFC. Quantity. We're going to drop all 10 bombs on this run. Enter. Interval. 300 feet. That's how far apart our groups are going to be. Enter. We're going to drop them in a multiple of 5. Enter. You look over here at our program, you see we're dropping 10 bombs in multiples of 5, 300 feet apart. So we'll drop 5 and then 5 again. Alright, let's go down to the lower display and let's go into situational awareness or SA. Go up to waypoint 2 and we will designate that waypoint as our target. And we'll turn on the radar altimeter. And while we're at it, since we have the time, we'll go ahead and set our left DDI to RWR. Let's look at our HUD symbology. See the flashing diamond. Our target is over in that direction and it's flashing because it's not in view. Here's our ASL or azimuth steering line. It's also depressed all the way over to the left. And that's confirmed here by this arrow telling us how many degrees off we are to our target, which is right now 40. On the right hand side, you'll see our altitude has a flashing B, means that even though we've got radar altimeters set, we're above 5,000 feet, so it's using barometric. We're in auto mode, and we're 9.2 nautical miles from the target. When we get close, we'll also get a time to release marker. So when I get to 60, I'm going to make my turn in towards the target, and I'll pause and we'll go over the symbology again. Okay, I've made the turn in towards the target and begun my dive by placing the pull marker near the target diamond. You can also see the azimuth steering line, which is guiding us on the correct heading. This is different from the weapon fall line during a CCRP delivery, which shows the path your weapon will fall when you manually pickle the weapon's release button. On the right, we see our time to target counting down, as well as our range to target. Keep the azimuth steering line and velocity vector aligned as you approach. When I reach 4,000 feet, I begin a slow pull-up to near level flight. You'll see the release marker march down the azimuth steering line as I get near the time to drop. Press and hold weapons release, and as the release marker passes through the velocity vector, your drop program will initiate. Continue to hold weapons release until all the bombs have dropped, and then extend away from the target area. After weapons release, your release time will be replaced by TTI, or time to impact. Let's unpause and I'll finish through the delivery.
Altitude. Altitude.
Start my pull up, press and hold weapons release, keep everything lined up. Here comes the release marker, bombs away. I'll put a link for this mission in the description below so you can download it and practice yourself. Continue repeating the exercise, and in no time the process will become routine and you'll be able to do it without relying on a checklist. The more you go through the motions, the more it'll become second nature and you'll be able to do it without thinking, which will be helpful in combat situations where you're going to need to focus much more attention on threats. Thanks again for watching. Please leave a like if you found this useful. Until next time, Eagle 3 out.